Hey guys, welcome to Reddit Brew. Today for you guys, I have part 1 of 2 of a little JUSTNOMIL mini saga involving, of course, a crazy mother-in-law who causes so much stress and drama over her son's wedding cake. It's actually quite insane. So let's just jump into the madness, shall we? Mill in the Wild, Wedding Cake Saga. I work part-time in a bakery. We have 3 employers who specialize in wedding cake design. Part of my job is to meet with the customers, show them our list of flavors, and photos of previously made wedding cakes, and get a feel for which designer would best fit their needs. There was a couple scheduled to be seen at 9:30 this morning. Imagine my surprise when they show up at 8:15 with an older woman in tow. It's a little annoying, because we were slammed with a morning rush, but my boss told me to take care of them instead. So I go over, introduce myself to the couple, give congratulations, do my normal song and dance. We have X flavors. These are our most popular choices. These are some of the cakes we have done, etc. The daughter-in-law takes the book and holds it in her lap so only she and her future husband can see it. The older woman sighs and goes outside to smoke. The couple is lovely and have flagged 4 designs they liked within 15 minutes. Older woman comes back in and asks what she missed. Future husband shows her the designs they like, and she automatically starts to complain. No, that's too detailed, that's too plain, that's not big enough, that's too big. It was like listening to an old cranky version of Goldilocks. I side-eye the crap out of the older woman and ask the daughter-in-law how many guests they're having. She answers, and the older woman intervenes again and gives her a number that is twice what the Dill said. Dill reiterates the original number and tells the Mill that they are having a small wedding. Mill whines and says she's already invited people and can't uninvite them because it would be rude. Dill shrugs. Mill turns to me and tells me the larger number again. Sorry, bride has final say. Well, why did I even bother coming if no one will listen? I don't know why you insisted on coming. My son is getting married. It's my right to be here. He's marrying me. You can come along for planning, but I don't need your input. If I want it, I'll ask. I need a cigarette. Mill goes outside to smoke. I am staring at the Dill in wonder because, oh my god, the spine. Dill turns to the spineless wonder that is her future husband, who has been silently staring at the floor like he wants to become one with it, and glares at him. I told you this was going to happen. What am I supposed to do? Control your mother, or I will. Future husband sighs and goes after his mother. He looks like he's heading to a firing squad. Dill turns to me, apologizes for the scene, and asks about setting up a tasting and meeting with the designer. I schedule the appointments and let her know that we can set up a password so no unauthorized changes can be made to the dates or cake. She takes me up on the offer, tells me to make a note to not share the password with her future husband, and leaves. I am torn between awe at her spine and sympathy that she felt the need to use the password and hide it from her future husband. Update 1. Looks like this situation isn't over yet. Background: the Mill had a very thick and identifiable accent. It's not one I hear very often in my area. Future husband and Dill did not have accents. This is important. I was cleaning my station when the phone rang. My coworker answered and said the call was about a wedding cake. I was desperate to go home, but I had to deal with it since I was the only one there today who worked with any wedding cakes this week. Hello, this is bakery. OP speaking. How can I help you? Hello. I was there this weekend with my husband and Mill to look at wedding cakes and make my appointment. I have to make a few changes. Me internally, wait, I recognize that accent. No way. No fucking way. Sure thing. I just need your name and information. My name is Dill. I need to change the servings for the cake. It's now large number. And I can't remember when my appointment is for the design team. So I'm going to need that too. Not a problem. I just need your passcode to change the cake size and release any information. Passcode? Yes, ma'am. Oh, I forget it. Just tell me. I'm very sorry, ma'am, but I can't do that. We value our clients' privacy. We are open from hours on days. If you would like to just come in to update your cake or passcode, you can come in anytime. You just need to bring your ID. Ma'am, never mind. This was very unhelpful. Goodbye. I apologize again. Have a nice night. I left a note on Dill's appointment file about the call and flagged it to make sure to check the passcode and ID. I left a note to my manager about the call as well. I have a feeling Mill is going to explode at her son and Dill. Edit. I would love to inform the Dill about the phone call. If it were up to me, I would have called her right away. However, I have to ask my manager first because I don't want to get fired. Update 2. Protocol for this kind of situation is to call the client within 24 hours to follow up on any change requests that were unable to be filled. My manager left this task up to me since I was the one who initially assisted with the appointment. I call the Dill and leave a vague message. Dill calls back within an hour and asks to speak to me. Hello, this is Bakery. OP speaking. How can I help you? Hi, this is Dill. I got a message saying to call back? Yes, ma'am. I am just calling to follow up on your request yesterday for the cake changes. I'm very sorry I was unable to help. I understand you forgot your passcode and would like to know if you want to come in to change it. You just need to bring your ID with you. What changes? What are you talking about? I never called you. I received a call yesterday at time requesting the date of your appointment and a change in the cake size. I never called you. I have my passcode. It's passcode. Was anything changed? No, ma'am, but that is the correct passcode. Would you like to make any changes? No. Are you sure someone called about my cake? Nothing was changed? Yes, ma'am. The woman gave your information, but not your passcode. I assure you, no detail was changed or released, and nothing will be without your express permission and the passcode. I think I know what happened. Can you make sure that your bakery knows I will not be making any changes over the phone, and I want my passcode to stay the same? Anything I do will be in person from now on. No problem. I'll flag it now. Is there anything else I can do for you? No. Thank you for letting me know. Have a good night. I told my manager what was said, and she's keeping an eye on this account and has flagged it as important. She also sent out a memo about passcodes to be safe. She lives for drama, so I think she's half hoping the mill comes in to try something. Update 3. We are short-staffed. 2 bakers called out on short notice, and we are slammed with giant orders. Because of this, I've been working strictly in the back, and I have not even answered the phone because we are so deep in the weeds. The only employees in store are 3 bakers, 3 counter girls, and me. My manager is not due in until mid-afternoon. I'm running back and forth between the back and front just long enough to drop off pastries when I hear a familiar accent speaking loudly. My butthole puckers because this is not the day for this. The oven is beeping, so I have no time to eavesdrop. I go about my business and am elbow deep in sugar when the counter girl calls for me. She sounds close to tears. It is worth mentioning that counter girl is 16 years old. She tells me what's going on. Mill came in and asked to change a previous order she placed for a wedding cake. Counter girl says, okay, tries to help, and notices the flag, so she asks Mill for her ID. Mill says she forgot it and tells Counter Girl to change it anyway. Counter Girl says she can't, and Mill starts to get loud and demands to speak to a manager. Counter Girl explains our manager won't be in until time. This isn't acceptable to Mill, who proceeds to turn to the other customers and complain about how useless teenagers are and how unprofessional and unaccommodating our bakery is. Counter Girl asks Mill to not bother the other customers, offers her a free coffee and pastry as an apology, and Mill responds by calling Counter Girl a stupid brat. This is when Counter Girl excused herself and came to get me. I am pissed because we are too busy for this, and people who are rude to employees deserve a special place in hell. You don't talk to any employee like that, let alone a frickin' kid. So I tell Counter Girl to take a breath, call our manager, and go on break while I handle Mill. Hi, my name is OP. I understand you're having problems with your order. How can I help you? Mill complains that she needs to show ID, complains about the unhelpful phone girl, complains about disrespectful brats, and finally gets around to telling me that she wants to change her wedding cake. Ma'am, I apologize for your inconvenience, but there is no need to speak to our teenage employee like that. Now, let me see what I can do. I say this louder than normal, but not by much, just enough for people standing nearby to overhear. Mill grunts and tell me to just fix it. Oh, ma'am, I see the problem. Your order has been flagged, and I can't make any changes without proper ID or the passcode. If you can provide me with either of these, I will happily assist you. I don't have an ID and I forgot my passcode. You are being very unhelpful. Ma'am, there's no need to yell. I understand your frustrations. But since you made the passcode, I'm sure you understand the necessity of it. If you show me your ID, I can help you change your passcode. We value our clients' privacy and would hate to have any changes made to your cake without your approval. Mill looks angry and uncomfortable and says she'll be back later. I tell her my manager should be in at that time. I watch her go out to her car and make a phone call. Counter girl comes in from her break, and I told her to get me if Mill enters the store again. So far, Mill hasn't come back, and her car is no longer there. My lunch break is almost over, and my manager should be in soon, so I'll update if anything new occurs. Update 4. My manager came in shortly after my lunch break. She told me to give the dill a call. Mill came in shortly after, and my manager took her into her office. I called the dill and explained what happened. She directly asked me if I recognized the woman, and I answered honestly. She asked what time my manager and I were off and said she was coming in. Mill is still in the office with the manager when Dill comes in along with future husband. Future husband looks furious, and Dill looks close to tears. So I leave them with hot chocolate and donuts while I go let my manager know they're here. She asks me to bring them back along with Counter Girl. Counter Girl walks into the office, followed by me, Dill, and future husband. Mill looks absolutely smug until future husband walks in the door. She turns sheet white. Mom, what are you doing here? Mill starts answering in a different language. Mom, no. Speak English. Dill doesn't speak language, and you know it. You're being rude. What are you doing here? I was just asking about the cake, and these girls were so unhelpful. You should find another bakery. This place is no good. Actually, OP and Counter Girl were just following the rules. We explained to you that no changes can be made without a passcode or ID, and you refused to provide either. I knew you tried to change the cake. We told you over and over that we want a small wedding. You want a small wedding. Future husband wants big celebration. No, I don't. We agreed on a small wedding because we both want a small wedding. Don't talk to me like that. I deserve respect. I'm sorry, but this is not the place for this. Dill, future husband, this is the information you gave for the cake size and design. Is this correct? Yes. Yes. Very good. Dill, your name is on the deposit, so I want to reassure you again that no changes will be made without your ID. I'm sorry to say that I am no longer comfortable using the passcode you gave. Mill starts muttering in a different language. Future husband tells her to stop, and Mill gets teary. I understand. Thank you so much, and I am so sorry for all the trouble. It's no trouble at all. I also have to insist that Mill no longer accompanies you to any future appointments. Due to her treatment of employees, she is no longer welcome on the premises. Mill starts to sniffle. That's not a problem. Mom, stop it. You raised me better, so I know you better. Mill again starts talking in a different language. Future husband tells her in English that she owes owes us an apology. She snaps something back in her language, gathers her purse, and leaves without another word. Dill still looks close to tears, and future husband hugs her. I hear him apologize for doubting her. My manager asks if they need a moment, and they say no. They apologize again for Mill, and Countergirl and I are told to go back to work. End result: the couple seemed okay when they left, and the owner approved a 5% discount on their cake for their suffering. Mill is banned. If she shows up, we are to ask her to leave, and to call my manager if she's there, or the police if she's not. Great googly moogly. Okay, firstly, I just want to apologize for whatever accent that was. OP said accent, and I knew it wasn't like Southern or English or Boston or anything like that, so I just threw one on. Not sure what that even was supposed to be, but I really hope I didn't offend anybody with it. Now on to the story. Future husband redeemed himself a little in that last update, but I'll be honest, I'm still not a fan. He seems to be pretty in the fog in regards to his mother, and like the type of husband that's always going to put his mom and her opinions first. But if Dill does marry this boy, at least she's a strong-willed person that stands up for herself. I really don't see this marriage lasting long though, because a strong-willed woman who stands up for herself and a controlling Mill with a complex never works out. We will see how it all plays out in the next part though. Will Mill get the cake of her dreams? Will future husband end up marrying his mom instead? Does Dill snap and perform a roundhouse kick to Mill's face? Stay tuned to find out. Please leave a like and subscribe if you want. I truly appreciate when you do, and I will see you in part 2 of the wedding cake saga. Bye!